Hi, welcome everybody. Welcome to Adventures with Captain Ray Kelly live. And I tell you, it's amazing because people have no idea how difficult it is to schedule guests for these live streams. Because sometimes, people accept and then they forget that they had another commitment. And that's exactly what happened tonight. Mark Fisher was gracious enough to accept to be on the show, but he forgot it was his wife's birthday. So he called and he texted actually, and he ended up saying he can't do it, and he apologized. And obviously, I wished Ingrid a happy birthday. I knew I could count on somebody, and I reached out to Johnny. Actually, Johnny called me like 10 minutes later, and I asked him to be on the show, and Johnny's going to fill in for Mark. But it's one of those things where um, these guys, there's two great guys scheduled for the show tonight, and you all know Dennis Lovelady. He's the singing droner, and he entertained us at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and I love the way Dennis plays and sings. Um, but everybody knows Johnny Alfonso too, Johnny Drone Flyer. And like I said, he was gracious enough to fill in for Mark. And he said, "Yeah, Ray, I won't be eating for the first 30 minutes or so. So I could come on, but please put me on first." So I'm going to bring in Johnny Alfonso, and he's going to come to us all the way from Louisiana.
What's up, Captain Ray?
Hey, Johnny, good to see you. How you
Oh
doing?
no, hey, yeah, thank you. I was kind of bored, and then when I realized when I called you, I said, "Oh, Lord, Ray's getting ready for the show."
I know,
uh,
but it was perfect timing because Mark had just texted me, and he had forgot that it was Ingrid's birthday today, and they were going to go out. But I
yeah.
appreciate you filling in at the last
Oh
minute.
no, hey, I know. I was gonna watch anyway. I was gonna go get my little walk in, but I thought about maybe walking and talking, but that's kind of noisy. And I know, hey, I appreciate when, I know, you and I do the show on Wednesday, and it's nice and quiet. You need nice and quiet when you're doing a stream, and but hey, no, it's fun. And of course, Dennis Lovelady, man, Dennis wakes me up every Saturday and Sunday morning.
I know.
You know,
He's
uh,
amazing. Dennis is amazing.
I love listening to Dennis, and I love that little Sunday crew there. And then I kind of followed in after Chris Hope on that Sunday morning with the little drones and coffee, and nothing is written in stone there. I'm not saying I've never missed a Sunday, but hey, we have a good time. It's just drones. We do talk about drones, and it's fun.
I
And
know.
then
I,
Chris
I
Hope,
tell you, I look forward to the weekends. I really do. The
yeah,
live streams on the weekends are great as far as I'm concerned. And your show, your drones and coffee, has really taken off. I mean,
yeah, we
you
have a
got
good time
quite
on
the
Sunday morning.
following.
Yeah, it's not so structured. I know, we you just talked about it, getting guests and then, planning, what we do to Fly for Fun show on Wednesday. And, we do our little questions, and we do I wish happy birthdays, and we go over our little spill. But yeah, on a Sunday morning, it's just kind of just relaxed. And hey, you don't even have to put pants on. I know you don't put pants on when you come on.
I know, but it's one of those things where I'll watch. I'll stay in bed and watch the live streams.
Right.
But then yours comes on, and I do get up, and I try to throw on my pants, and maybe I'll put on a hat because I got hat hair, and I enjoy.
Ron Brown. Yeah, Ron Brown said I was just texting Ron about something, and Ron was he's saying no pants. Yeah, and then Demarco. I talked to Demarco a little while this morning while I was having some coffee at the cemetery. So yeah, he got a great group of guys, man, in this community. It's I know we keep saying it over and over, and I don't know what if you know what happened to me Saturday. I'm at the baseball game, and I saw Jerry Calvary, who
I know.
teaches at the drone class over in Texas. He's a high school teacher, and I saw him put something about, hey, he's at the it's called our diamond is called Alumni Field, but Pat Keneally Diamond. And make a long story short, he was there with his daughter. It was her birthday, I believe. Well, actually, it was his birthday that day. It was Jerry's birthday, but his daughter's
Okay.
boyfriend plays for UNO, the University of New Orleans, and that's who we was playing. So, man, all of a sudden, I turn around and look up, and he had put a picture up and he had that kind of beach cap, kind of what I had on at the South Florida Drone Meetup. And man, there he is. And so I holler and Jerry comes running down the steps. So we end up talking about 15, 20 minutes. So it is a very small world because, just a couple of weeks when I got back, Michael Wright dropped me off. Of course, we rode together. And then, Michael got about 3 or 4 blocks up the road. And I remember I said, oh my God, I forgot my dirty clothes. So Michael had to turn around before we got to the interstate and, come swung by and drop my clothes off. So then about the next morning, because Michael stayed in Lafayette, I'm cutting grass and I got to thinking I had won that drone from Marcus, that F7 something.
Right.
So anyway, I said, you know what, be a good thing instead of Mike mailing me that drone to say if he could drop it off to Jerry Calvary. So I donated it to the high school program. And
that was great that you did that.
Yeah. So here it is 3 weeks later, I get to meet Jerry. So it's a strange, it's a small world.
I know. But Johnny, we got a great crowd in the house already. So let me just welcome in a few people and we'll get back to your story. Stephen Jones, how you doing? And Paul, actually, Widgeon Big, he was number 1. So thank you, Paul, for coming in. And we got Ron Brown, of course. How you doing, Ron? Thank you. And I'm going up the list. Alan, Drone Views Media. Maddie, how you doing? Jerry Bauer. Hey, Joe, Jaybird, how you doing? And John, Flying Flynn Media. David, AZ Drone Dude. Good to see you. Drone Life RC, how you doing? And yeah, that's a nice hat you got there, Johnny. And a nice pin,
supporting Marcus, Idaho quadcopter.
That's right. I know. I'm telling you. Hey, Wendell. Good to see you, Wendell. How you doing? Leonard, JSK. How you doing? Unlimited Vertical. Good to see you. And DeMarco's in the house. And Tammy Jean's in the house. I'm telling you, we got a great crowd.
Yeah, Ray, now that I will say, I do want to send my condolences. And of course, I just told you Max's, I think his grandpa passed away, I guess early this morning or late last night. So Max was down in Florida. Actually, him and Maddie and Tammy Jean flew yesterday evening late. And I'm not sure if Max had left already. So yeah, keep Max in your prayers.
Sorry. And God bless.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they had come down about a month ago or a couple months ago to help with some stuff. And then they went back to New York. And now I think they were actually headed back to New York again. So I really don't know, but so we'll reach out.
We're thinking of you, Max and Tammy. Absolutely. We're thinking if you need anything, let us know, please.
Yeah.
And let me just continue with the list. All right. And we'll get to you and your story in a minute because everybody's dying to hear Johnny Drone Flyer's story. Hey, Lee Bessing, how you doing? And I'm going up the list. And let's see, Ken Nida, how you doing? Oh, you're in Texas. Good. I'm glad to see that. All right. And I said DeMarco already, right, Johnny? And I'm going up.
DeMarco's in here.
I'm Drone Will Fly. How you doing? Michael Fly Zone.
I see Ken Hobbauer in here. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Michael Belshi. Good to see you. Yep. And Ron, I said Ron Brown already, right? Susan Lee, how you doing? Drone Life, I said him. Unlimited, I said him. All right, I think we got
Jack Rabbit is in now.
Jack Rabbit, how you doing, Scott? All right, so we'll get to TJ. There's TJ. How you doing?
Uh-oh.
All right, we'll get back to the name shortly. But Johnny, thank you for filling in at the last minute. I really appreciate it. I had such a good time with you and everybody at the South Florida Drone Meetup, Yeah. And you let me fly your Nano Plus, and I appreciate that. I enjoyed flying. I enjoyed flying that drone.
Nano.
It really handled well. Yeah.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, what happened to Marcus's, and I'm hoping that maybe I'll tell once they, I think he did send that video with Stevie posted it, so maybe they'll take care of that drone, and because I'm sure something happened. I think the drone was flying really good. I mean, I flew by yesterday. I actually put up a little video yesterday evening. I was flying the Mini 2, but then I ended up flying the Nano and put a little short video. It was Easter. It was a beautiful afternoon, so yeah. It is. It's a different kind of drone, Of course, hey, we're all getting excited about that Mini 3,
I know. It's going to be out shortly. April 28th, right? They're still saying April 28th?
That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Well, I'm going to play it by ear. I'm going to see what people say about it, and I'm not going to
Well,
rush into this
I
one.
have no doubt, that drone will, I mean, there's really never been a disappointment on DJI. I mean, I know the Mavic 3 had a few people still kind of maybe bitching about the satellites and all, but hey, you know what? You got it. It flies good. It's a great drone. The camera's great. I mean, uh, it's the
I
best
get the
drone
satellite. I've
probably.
been getting the satellites in 1 to 2 minutes now.
Yeah. Well,
So
hey, can't beat
I'm
that. So
happy. I'm happy again, really, And I just happen to have it right here. I just happen to have it. I love
yeah, yeah.
this drone, really, And I went on my boat today, Johnny. I was out on the boat and I went to the new secret spot called Little Munyon Island. And I took my friend Mark and we went there and he had never been to this little island. Um, I mean, it's like 1/16 the size of Peanut Island, and I know
Oh
you guys
wow.
seen videos on that. But
Yeah,
it's a
yeah.
great place to fly. But I when I fly from the boat, I bring the Air 2S, just in case. So I
Well,
flew the Air 2S.
where you fly, Ray, is mostly, the water makes the videos. And of course, if you live in the mountains, that makes great videos and have a lot of water around here where I'm at too. Not so much where I live right here, but not very far away. And then out west, those guys, Tom Dowling, I've seen Tom out in Vegas, man. He's and Bob Dempsey. They've been putting some incredible shots of just landscapes and stuff. So, different terrains, different areas of the country. We all kind of like, sometimes we envy each other where they fly, but hey, we all got something. I think we all got a great place to fly. So, hey, just fly what you got and have fun.
Exactly. Yep, fly for fun, as our show says.
Yeah.
Um, and fly safely, of course. But Johnny, you don't tell people about your story on our show and how you became involved with drones. So maybe you could just share your experience, how you became involved with drones, and anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, just a quick, I'll get to the office real early, drink coffee. I guess I'm the official coffee maker at work, but I get there about 7:15. So it was nice and quiet before everybody comes in. And I just kind of, I guess, was surfing the net and kind of came across drones and the Phantom 3 Standard was my first drone. And, I probably watched about 100 videos before I even bought it. And then after I had it, I probably watched another 100. And then I think the very first time I took it off my backyard, Lainey, my who's 8'11" the other day, and she's learning to fly. I think I went up like it just took off and hovered about that 9 or 10 feet, and it's like, oh my god, I laid it. I let it land, and that was like my first flight. So now, yeah, I guess probably 7, 8 drones later. That was in 2000, maybe 17 or late 17. So really hadn't been in it, but about 3 years, I guess. So
Well, you're an experienced drone pilot for somebody who's only been doing it 3 years. That's for sure.
well, I got a
Yeah.
lot of stick time on the camera drones, of course, but in an FPV, that's another story. But we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, well, I know. I thought you were going to go FPV on us, but you seem like you still like your GPS drones. And
I do. Yeah, I dropped my jumper T-Light controller and hadn't replaced it yet. So, and if I did, I might would just go digital. But I don't know. Right now, I'm just enjoying what I do, and of course, we got the show we do and the drone meetups. Since last March, we had the drone meetup in South Florida, and then we had Spin Up, and then of course another drone meetup. So yeah, almost I would say met. If we have I don't know how many people is in a little, I say group or in the chats and stuff like that, but we probably met probably 90% of the people that is in the chats and stuff here. So, and it's been a fun, interesting, a couple years or 3 years, and you and I, just met through here. So you make some great
I
friends.
know.
You make some great friends. So.
There's no doubt about it. This community is amazing. It really is. And I can't say, I don't come across as an expert on drones by any means.
Nah,
I have so much to learn, but everybody is so helpful. They
it
really
is.
are. And when I
Yeah,
when I became involved with drones, I watched so many videos, YouTube
yeah,
videos on how to fly, and the tips that the people share. And I think I told this on other live streams, but I set up my drones like Billy Kyle sets his
yeah.
drones up. That's what I do. You know, not that I fly like Billy Kyle.
Well,
You know.
I think we all worry too. I mean, listen, I think we all fly a little bit different. I know you always say you kind of fly as a wimpy flyer. Well, I don't know if that's true. It's a good, safe way to fly. And I know you check your surroundings, and I know you give a little tip of the week. And I know last week I think you were saying, hey, before you take off, hey, do a visual of the area.
Yep.
Check your lines and your trees. I mean, here, we got a million pine trees. Of course, we got a 500,000 now since the hurricane, but just hey, visually, even at South Florida, I think the first thing I did after I kind of was, before I put my drone up, was kind of take a little walk down and kind of see what was out there. And, I
Hmm.
mean, hey, if you make a mistake or your drone comes down by accident or something, it's different. But, you do something really silly, is, sideways into a tree or something, you're going to be really, kind of upset at yourself.
Right. I know. I know. But I'm going over the sign-in sheet here. Because this year we did a sign-in sheet at the South Florida Drone Meetup, and a lot of people put down their email addresses, which was great. But we had 83 people sign in the book for our South Florida Drone Meetup, Johnny, and that was great. And I want to say thank you to you because you helped, tremendously. You really did.
Oh yeah, it was fun. I say it wasn't no. You know what? I think everybody, Maddie and
Yep.
Brad and Bill and yourself and myself, and I know even Ken Hobbauer. Ken would have helped out. He had to leave right before then, so that's kind of the original crew. But
Yeah. I know.
now it's easy. I mean, I hate to say the drone meetup. I don't really know what could have went any better. Maybe no drone would have hit the water. But hey, when you putting up probably there was a lot of flying that day. I will say,
Yeah.
compared to last year, I think I went through. I looked at my logs. I went through 12 batteries of the Nano. So um,
I
there was a
know.
lot of
I know.
flying.
We even had Jasper there, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's funny because when I heard Jasper was coming, I added him to the list, but I didn't realize it was Tammy and Max's dog.
Jasper can rip. Jasper. That's the real Jasper Ellens. I mean, so.
But
But
anyway,
no,
it's
Jasper.
one of
Jasper
those
had a good
things
time.
where,
Even Tammy Jean and Max had the cat too. So.
oh,
Uh,
really? Okay, I didn't
yeah,
realize they had a cat with
Yeah,
them
yeah,
too.
yeah.
Okay,
Tammy had the cat over at the next day we flew. They had it like kind of under those trees, kind of where we were sitting when Max
yeah,
took that airplane off.
that's funny. That's funny. But I got to say again, thank you to you, thank you to all our sponsors at that South Florida Drone Meetup. You know, um, because that was a big thing too. We had so many raffle prizes at the South Florida Drone Meetup. And really, I got to say thank you to everybody, especially all the people that came. Johnny.
Oh yeah, it was incredible, man. I tell you, and I'm laughing at Matty. Masper said Jasper doesn't like him. Matty, you must have tried to take his snack, his Scooby
Yeah,
snack. Yeah, that's what it
it
is.
seems like it seems like Jasper. He's a cool little guy. Jay Z said. But anyway, Johnny, you got quite a fleet of drones now.
Yeah, too
Um,
many.
you want to name them? Tell everybody how many drones you got.
Well, not really.
Okay.
No, I had a pair of the Nafi. I got the Air 2S, the Mini 2, the SE, and what else? That's it, 6 of them. I
That's
gave
a
Lainey, my granddaughter, the SE, and I am selling. If anybody's looking for a brand new, almost original Mini, I have it right here. So it's in a case. I
there you
will
go.
ship it to you. It's in
Maybe
great
we could
shape.
we could start a bidding thing in the chat.
Yeah, there you go.
No, you got the drone swap shop, right? That's the best place to
Yeah,
put
you
it.
can post it on there. Ron Brown. I just saw Ron posted. I think some a small controller version 1. So yeah, if you're looking for that, hey, get out
Yeah,
there and hit Ron up. And a lot of people, maybe they got the Mini 3 coming out, so maybe you want to thin your fleet a little bit and move up. So, but hey, all those drones, especially I think buying a drone from I say somebody that and all, I feel very comfortable selling the Mini. This original Mini probably hadn't been up in the air, but maybe 10 times. So.
I know. I
Yeah.
know. I
Anyway,
still have my original Mini too, but
yeah.
I don't want to give it away or sell it. I really don't. Um, but anyway, Dre's in the house. I don't know if you saw his comment. Look at that, Dre, all the way out in California. How you doing? Thank you for
Yeah.
coming
Hey,
in.
Dre. Hey, let's get Dennis in here. Let's get Dennis in here.
Yeah, let's bring him in. Let's bring Dennis in, and he's in the back room. And Dennis is going to come to us all the way from Georgia. How you doing, Dennis?
Dennis, thanks for having
Dennis,
me.
love lady, the singing droner.
Oh, I need to correct something. I think it might have been on this program that I said that maybe it wasn't, but somewhere that Rick Halber had come up with that nickname for me, the singing droner, but it was actually Bob Casey.
Oh,
Bob
really?
Casey. Oh,
Bob
okay.
Casey gets credit for that one. So
Yeah. Well, I tell you, Dennis, I enjoy your live stream so much. When
so
you sing and play your ukulele, and I had an ukulele, but I don't know how to play my ukulele.
one of the things I was supposed to do was teach you, and I failed on that. So I mean, my fault. I didn't even try. So
Yeah,
But-
Dennis. I know Dennis. You wake me up every Saturday and Sunday, so I don't have to. I don't
yeah,
need-
I've heard it's a little bit noisy. I'm sorry about that.
No, I love it. I just kind of I put it on and just kind of listen and kind of participate in the chats a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now,
But
I know it's a drone show, but how did you get involved with playing an ukulele? How did that come about?
I have a 3D printer, and I was looking for some musical instrument that I might be able to print and play, and that was the easy answer, right? So that's what I did, and I just picked it up and started playing it a little bit. Then I got really interested in it, so
Okay, that's
it
cool.
became
Very,
a
very
real
cool.
hobby for me beyond the printing. So
Yeah, yeah. Well, Dennis, you were one of the first guys I started following, when I started getting involved with the drone community here. And, you were gracious enough to come down and visit me, one
yeah,
time, spend a few days, and we flew together,
yes, that was great.
and I really appreciated that.
That was like a week or 2 weeks before the first South Florida drone meetup. Yes.
Right, right. I took you to some secret spots.
You did.
Oh, that's the one, Dennis. You told me about all them spots.
I know, I know.
You weren't supposed to tell anybody I told you.
Yeah, I know.
Ray's got a million secret spots.
But Dennis, I didn't get you out of my boat. And next time you spend any time down here, you got to come down, and I'll take you out on the boat, and I'll take you to the world famous Peanut Island.
That would be great. I would.
Same with you, Johnny. Same thing with you. We'll get you to
Yeah.
Peanut Island also.
Yeah, we have to stay longer. Just that trip's got to, we extended it another day this year. I guess next year we'll have to extend it another day.
I've
But
never
anyway,
had experience
just to let everybody know, it's one of those things where, we don't mess around, and we already picked the date and the location for the 3rd annual South Florida Drone Meetup, and it's going to be on April 1st, 2023. And we decided we're going to have it at the same location. Everybody was happy with that location.
That can't possibly be a Saturday again.
Yeah, it's a Saturday.
How does that work?
I don't know. I don't
You
know.
sure?
We had it on the 2nd, so next year should be the 1st.
Oh,
right?
it was on the okay. It was on the second. That's right. It was on the 2nd. Yeah. Okay, that's how that works.
Well, it's really a 3-day event, though. You got the meet and greet on Friday, and then the Saturday is the main event, and then Sunday is a second day of flying, and we included that fishing trip on that Monday, so we had a busy weekend.
We did.
But it's one of those things where, Dennis, you were the entertainment at the South Florida Drone Meetup. I asked you, and you graciously
the real entertainment when everybody got to meet and greet, right? That's entertainment. Big there, but
it was, yeah. The meet and greet was really, really great. The venue that we had it at was great, thanks to Bill Ronayne and the Stewart Bowl and Sticks Billiard Club.
Oh yeah, wow, there was so much.
But I was so excited when you accepted the invitation to play and sing for us.
Thank you.
So we got the video just about queued up, I think. So we're going to show a little bit of it, all right? And um, I'm going to try to get the banner down out of your face. But here's Dennis. There he is.
There's Scott in the background. Look, there you go.
Yeah.
and
I
and
miss
I
all you
mean,
people already.
really. And look at this location, by the way. What'd you think of the location, Dennis?
I loved it. I loved it. I missed the fact that there wasn't a lighthouse a little bit, to be quite honest. You know, Jupiter spoiled me badly, but there was a lot to like about this place, and I thought it was great. And of course, the weather was spot on, right? You can't, of course, there's nothing you can do about that. But you guys did a great job of choosing the venue, and that there's plenty of room for everybody, you know, and it was good. I would
Good.
definitely.
Well, I'm glad you
Place again.
like the location.
Yeah.
Because that's a concern that we have, and obviously the weather was perfect that day, so we lucked out there, and
it was beautiful. It was great.
It was, I know Ray and I talked right after, and I know he talked to Maddie and of course Brad, and we were kind of like, hey, maybe should you move it to another spot or something? But I think the hotel, the billiard, and where Bill we worked was perfect, and I think they made us some great rates on the rooms down there. I'm not sure about, of course, I'm sure we'll, fool that next year, of course, but the location was easy to get to. It was a lot of space, had covered, you had bathrooms. So yeah, it really, and they might have 20 places like that within, 50 miles of that place. But you know what? It was a great location.
It was. And I can't stress enough that, the fact that there was enough room for all the things going on.
Absolutely.
You didn't have to go far away to do this and far away that way to do that.
No.
It was all there.
It was so great. You could almost fly your drone and still kind of hang out with people. Although you need to be watching your drone. But they had so many. The FPV guys were not very far away, but they were right down there. And then the covered area, you couldn't beat that.
Right.
So yeah, it was a great. I mean, I don't really know what could have been any better.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, and hopefully the hotel will give us a group discount again. I think we left on good terms, right, Johnny?
Oh yeah, far as I know. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe Mark Fisher did something after we left. I'm not sure. We'll have to check.
I was going to trash the place. I was going to throw a dick up in the pool, but I decided not to do it. So
I think Ron Brown and Marcus were having parties in their rooms every night, but I'm not. I think they're okay. No, it was a great. You know what? And hanging out in that big, where you eat breakfast there and stuff, man. Every night, people had their laptops, and I guess I did a little Sunday morning show from there, and then Maddie did, so we had some great live streams too from there. It was fun.
Yeah. Bill Ronay did a really long live stream. I haven't had an opportunity to go back and see that yet, but
Bill Ronay did like a 4-hour. I think he was on like 4 hours.
It was a marathon, and people loved it. They really did. They got to experience the South Florida drone meetup. They did.
Yeah, he's trying to get it in syndication. I think he wants to get some money from that.
I know. Hey, TJ, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. Akirasho, how you doing? But Dennis,
yes.
Now, how did you become involved with drones? Really, I know you might have said your story, but there's new people in the chat that might not have heard it or know it.
Well, a friend of mine from church was he had a Phantom 1, right? I mean, he's been into flying drones a little bit. I mean, it's just a hobby. He wasn't into it like we're into it, right? But he did have one, and he was talking about this new Mavic Pro that was going to be, it was groundbreaking, and he was telling me about it at church, and said, "When you get home and take a look," and I did. And his enthusiasm for it sparked a real interest in me, plus there was this whole concept of, oh yeah, you can fold it up, you can almost put it in your pocket and all of that, So, so I decided I wanted to do that. It actually goes back a little bit further than that. I had this little H20 from JJRC, which is a six prop tiny thing. You could put it on the bottom of this water bottle. But anyway, that was the first thing I flew, but not much. My son acquired that, and but then so I had an interest, my own interest. He made me much more interested, and then of course when I got the thing, I just really enjoyed flying it. So that's basically that. Kind of grew from nothing.
Man, it's amazing what we can do with those drones now, and the views that you get is just, it's so. I mean, I'm just amazed that that you can do that,
Right.
And I know you have a favorite drone, and what drone is that, Dennis?
Oh, that's the Mavic 3 for sure.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay, that's
and
what
Dennis,
I
you just got that basically, right? I mean, you haven't had it that long.
December.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I know you probably don't want to talk about your first flight with that drone, but that was an interesting flight.
That was an interesting flight. Yeah. Well, it wasn't quite the first. So I think maybe it was the second flight with that drone. I was over at those who don't know, it's probably pretty well known, but I was at Lake Lanier, and I was doing my usual singing live stream where I pay no attention to the drone whatsoever. I put it in a certain place, you expect it to stay there, and it didn't. And well, first it drifted off a ways. It took me a while to find it, and I brought it back, and then it ran out of battery, and it decided to come home through the trees, and it landed in the trees, and that was an ordeal to get it down from there. But that one was it was probably would have been fine, but it was about 30 some feet up in the trees. I know for sure because I had a 30-foot pole that I was able to get it down with so I'd say it was 33 feet in the air. But anyway, when I finally was able to prod it off of that limb, of course it came crashing down onto a rock, and the rock did damage to it. So, but
it was. I remember when it happened, But so it's one of those things where it was very, very suspenseful whether or not you were going to get that drone back.
It was. The thing that was most suspenseful for me about it was that night, because I was sure that people would know that it was up there.
Up there, yeah.
And it's a very valuable piece of machinery, right? So it was hard to leave.
I know.
The next day, but I did, and everything was fine. And people are basically good, and I know that. I do know that. But
so Dennis, you said when you went back the next day, there was people like right there, though, right?
Yes. Well, it was a beautiful day. It's the day after Christmas.
So did they see the drone before you started trying to get it?
Day.
I said, did they see the drone before you started trying to get it?
Okay. I don't think anybody spotted that drone. You really had to kind of know it was there.
Right.
But if anybody had been watching me, they would have known it was there. That was my point. Right. Yeah. So there were a few people there when I went, by the time I had left. And when I came back, there were a lot of people there. That was Christmas Day, I believe. But I think it was Christmas Eve that I lost the thing. Now I'm completely confused about it. But anyway, it was right then. It was a holiday time, right? And the weather was beautiful. Sun was out. And
right.
The lake was just so pretty.
You said that's your favorite drone, Dennis, right?
Yeah.
And do you sleep at yours like I sleep with mine?
No, mine stays in this little cage, little box.
Ray, Cheryl's listening, Ray.
I know. I tell you, we got a great crowd in the house. Let me just welcome in a few more people. Rob, how you doing? And Lawrence, how you doing? Bob Dempsey, Old Forth with Drones. Always good to see you. And it's amazing because Bob I don't know if people were impressed with Bob Dempsey at the South Florida Drone Meetup, but I know I sure was.
I was too.
Yeah, you know, and but back to you, Dennis, and your story. I enjoy your sunrise flights. And how did you get involved doing the sunrise flights?
Okay, so Drone Bum Paul started doing Sunday sunrise live streams. That didn't always involve the sunrise, because sometimes it would be rainy or whatever. But he would do a live stream from some interesting location, usually every Sunday at sunrise time. And in November of 2018, I guess, I met him there, and Philly Drone Life, Mike, met me there. And we all kind of converged, and we spent the whole day together. That was a great day. And but anyway, by the time that day was over, we had the general plan for how that was going to work. And it was not my idea. I'll tell you that right up front. Not my idea. Paul will tell you it was Mike's, and Mike will tell you it was Paul's, but it wasn't mine. But anyway, however it was, we came up with this idea that, we'll start in New York, and then we'll go Philadelphia, and then we'll go to Georgia, and that'll be great, And then, of course, it grew from there, right? So we used to have help at home. Jim Hightower would do it after me from Texas, and he ran into difficulties. He too much commitment. He was overcommitted for he couldn't really do that every Sunday, and so he passed his banner off to Chris Hope, right?
Okay.
And somewhere in there, I think before Chris joined, but anyway, somewhere in there, also Fly Natural became part of the team. So now we do New York, Philadelphia. Sorry, not New. Oh, and Rodney Bell. I forgot to mention Rodney Bell.
Rodney's in Virginia.
And it was New York, and then Philadelphia, and then Virginia, and then me for a while. But Michael kind of dropped out of it. So now it's just those five of us typically that do that.
It's so cool. It really is. And it's a great way to start all weekends. I look forward to it. I really do.
Right.
And then Johnny jumps on the bandwagon, and he starts his drones and coffee show.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of follow on Sunday. I did it on Sundays anyway, but of course and Dennis, and Ray, and of course everybody live streams. We don't ever want to infringe. I never go on before Chris. Chris
Right.
always is off, of course. It doesn't matter what time or.
Yeah.
Of course, it's getting a little earlier now. Sometimes it varies a little bit, but it's fun. And like I say, the drones and coffee is just, hey, all we doing is just really shooting the bull and
Right.
just kind of, but it's fun. But it's a great way to start that Sunday or even Saturday. But Saturday, Dennis, is just mostly you and Rodney does it.
And then me, and then Rodney has his Coffee with Rodney and Friends.
Rodney and Friends, and that's a great little show on Saturday morning. Yeah, if you get up, join into that. It's fun. It's fun also. Rodney does a great job with that show.
Yeah, but I was thinking about you and your show earlier today, Johnny. I was at some store, and there was a sign there. It said, "Life begins after coffee."
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'm going to make a sign out of that. Life begins after coffee. Coffee begins after drones.
There you go.
There you go.
So.
It's just Ray and I talk about it all the time, and of course everybody does live streams. It's a lot of work. We schedule the guests, and we do a lot of stuff on our show. But on the drones and coffee on Sunday morning, hey, it's just fun. All we do is I put the link in the chat, and there's really no guests besides whoever wants to pop on. So that's what's fun about it.
If it wasn't fun for us, we wouldn't do it. So it is, but it's the fun that keeps dragging us back. So
exactly. And Dennis, I also have to thank you for always playing my requests, because a lot of people probably don't even know. You can put in requests with Dennis, and he'll sing them.
I'm happy to have requests. Now, a lot of times, and a scary amount of times, I get requests for songs that I don't know or don't remember or have never heard. I got a request for Peter Cottontail. I could not remember that for the life of me. That's a children's song, right? And here comes Peter Cottontail hopping down the bunny trail, hippity hoppy, something on its Easter's on its way. I think something like that. But I could not, you know. But what I do is I go through those chats and review what people asked for that I wasn't able to do, and so I at least make an attempt to hear the song, and many of them I've learned, you know, and I'm able to do them later. So
and then I will say, Dennis, you know, I say what would be a strange request. You know, one of my favorite all time singers was Meatloaf. Meatloaf just passed away, and
right.
Dennis sang Meatloaf for me.
Yeah.
So,
And Dennis knows my favorite song is My Girl.
My Girl. That's your wedding song, right?
Exactly. You know.
And number 2, I don't know why. There must be something behind Under the Boardwalk. Why don't you tell us about that?
Well, I like Under the Boardwalk. That was a very popular song back in the day. When you live in New York City, you know, and you go to Rockaway Beach, right, Lawrence? Lawrence is in the chat. He knows all about Under the Boardwalk at Rockaway Beach and Coney Island, you know. But anyway, I love it, Dennis. I really do. I love the way you do requests for everybody.
And then I will say Dennis will definitely try to learn the song he don't know and play it on the next Sunday or so. That's for sure.
I try. Now there are a lot of them that are on long lists, right? So Black Crows is one that Mike Rennick has asked for many times, and he's named several different songs from that group that he'd like to hear. And I do hope one day to come up with some Black Crows song, you know, to do for Mike Rennick, but it just hasn't happened yet. So once you find the song, I don't play by ear. I play by reading the chords, right? And not the music, but the written, C sharp, B flat, you know, whatever.
But hey, you know, Dennis, I think when it was Captain Ray's birthday, I think you was the first person I reached out to because I just wanted you to really sing a happy birthday song to Captain Ray, which you did in a matter of minutes. You got me the video, and then, you know, of course, I got to thinking, well, if Dennis sent a video, maybe some other people will send videos. But so Dennis, it was a great.
I was really touched by that. And thank you again,
Dennis,
guys.
you sang happy birthday to a couple of my daughter and a couple of my grandkids, you know. So man, it's just you know, that's what makes this drone community so great, you know.
But for Ray Kelly, I did the Beatles. The Beatles, It's Your Birthday.
No, it's great. It really is. Let me. Robbie's in the house, coming to all the way from Thailand. How you doing, Robbie? And Bill Ronayne. How you doing? Good to see you. But again, you know, Dennis, it really is amazing, and I hope to play the ukulele someday, and we can do a duet together.
Ray, don't you have the bongos, Ray? Didn't you buy?
Yeah, I have the bongos.
He has a lot of instruments. You have a saxophone.
Yeah, a saxophone, a guitar.
He's got a recorder. He probably got a recorder from elementary school.
Yeah, that kind.
I'm going to start a band. I'm going to start a band one of these days. But it's great to see everybody in the chat, and thank you all for tuning in to the show tonight. Like I said, we had 2 great guests scheduled. Mark Fisher couldn't make it in. He forgot that it was his wife Ingrid's birthday, and Johnny called me and filled in on a whim. So that's why Johnny's on the show tonight. I didn't even get a good chance to promote him. Add his picture to the promo and everything.
Oh, we ain't worried about that. We on all the time, you know. No, I was sitting here kind of bored, and I called Ray, and I realized, I said, oh, he's getting ready for the show, and then he said, well, Mark couldn't make it, but no, it's fun being on, you know. And Ray, you know, it's kind of, hey, running a show is different than being on a show, so it's great to be on a show where I don't have to. I'm not doing no clicking. You're in control, you know.
I know. I'm trying to read the comments and listen to you guys, and you know, highlight most of them, you know. But it's great to have you both on the show, and it was great to see you both at the South Florida Drone Meetup. It really was. you know.
Good times.
It was, you know. And Robbie's in the chat now, and Robbie told me, and I didn't get a chance to promote this yet, so I'm going to do it right now. But Robbie told me next year he is going to donate more things to us. He told me that.
Cool.
And we appreciate it, Robbie. We appreciate all the support that you gave us. Believe
Cool.
me.
Yeah, they had some. We
And
had some
that's
great prizes. I mean, they
the
had,
world drone
man,
community,
That's right.
you know, really. So, but I had the list, and I was reading off all the sponsor prizes, and it was like taking a long time. And that's pretty boring when you do that. But you do got to acknowledge your sponsors, and thank them. But listen, guys, I almost forgot. It's time for the tip of the week. All right. And the tip of the week this week is do your updates before you go flying. Because a lot of times you turn on your drone and next thing you know, you got to update your drone and the firmware, and you will start draining your batteries.
Yeah.
Time, and you can't fly, obviously. But anyway, so do your updates at home before you go out to fly. That's
Yeah.
the tip of the week. And if you guys have any tips, you could share them now if you want.
I would add on to that. I have, there have been a few times when I've updated my drone and it's caused me not to be able to go live, for example. Right. So if you're going to do that before you fly earlier than you think you would need to otherwise. Right. And just make sure that it's doing okay, that all the things are right. So
Yeah,
there's
that's a good one.
about it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But still, it's good to know that maybe you have some time to figure something out of it. Right.
Yeah, I think, and also, hey, you coming up to some great flying time here, and the next, I mean, well, it's really starting now, or the weather's getting right. So yeah, just check your drone, check your props, make sure, kind of just visually check them. Hey, clean them. Maybe it's a good time to check your batteries. I mean, I know even if you have your batteries number, you'd be surprised. You might grab the one battery 3 times as many times as you grab the number 2. So check those uses and maybe kind of even them out there a little bit,
Right. One thing that happens to me sometimes is I fly 2 batteries on a Sunday. Right. I fly 3 batteries on a Saturday, but I fly 2 on a Sunday, typically. And so I fly battery maybe number 1 and number 2, and then number 3 goes into the drone, ready for next time. Right. But now a week goes by, they need to be charged again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
So you keep that straight too. Number 3 is next, even though.
Yep. Good tips here. Good tips, and I'm trying to read the chats and put up the comments, and I purposely put up the one that Jack did. I didn't want him to think I was a prude and I didn't put it up. That's why I put it up. His tip. I don't know if anybody saw it, but and here we go. It's also time to do the contest for the monthly giveaway. And you guys are eligible because I didn't tell you what the lucky color is. So if you guys put in your color and the first one to get it, your name will go in the hat for an Adventures with Capt Ray Kelly hat, the monthly drawing. So I'll try to keep an eye on the chat to see who gets the correct color. And I'll hopefully I won't miss it. Otherwise, I got to go back over it, and that always takes time. But Dennis, do you plan on making the meetup next year?
Of course, yeah. I hope
Good.
so.
I'm glad to see that. I'm going to add you to the list right now.
Right.
And all farts, Bob. I think you got it first. The color was pink.
Cool.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Bob.
Yep. Okay, Bob. That was the color. I think he got it first. So your name will go in the hat for the Captain Ray Kelly hat.
Well, Lake Pilot wrote, John wrote mauve, so it's kind of pink.
Yeah, I know. That's close, but it wasn't pink. But anyway, um, the hour goes by so quickly, and we got
Yeah.
a great lineup tonight. The World Drone Community goes right on at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
and I really enjoy their show. But the people in the chat who don't have one of these, they don't know what they're missing. And this is the famous Johnny Drone Flyer live stream drone guy. And look at all those names. But if you want a copy, right, Johnny, they can email you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, hit me up on Facebook Messenger. I'll email it to you, or we'll. I mean, I posted it before, but I think it's pretty well up to date. I don't know if we have any changes as of recently, but yeah, we try to keep it up to date. And you say myself, but no, Maddie and Captain Ray, I will say those two guys, they almost know every one of them shows off the top of their head. Because like I was, hey Ray, what night is so and so on, and what time, and he knows it, and so does Maddie. But yeah, it's a great little guide to put together, because people, I know even sometimes, of course, hey, set your notifications. That's a great way, to watch your favorite shows, and it is hard to watch every show. But hey, you could pop in and say hello in the chat, and and a big compliment, of course, is watching a show later when you take time out your day to watch something later. Is So that's as important too as watching it live sometimes.
Yeah, Mike Belshy's got one of the laminated guides.
Yeah, I got some.
I know. I tell you.
I have one of the laminated ones.
Yeah.
I know. I made
That
it a
was a
little
big
bit
hit,
bigger.
Johnny. You don't realize that was a big hit. You put those out on the table, and people were
Yeah.
taking them.
Yeah.
Really,
The only one you need to know. Oh, okay. I see Gary wrote, Thursday at 6 Eastern. I see that.
Yeah, that's
hour
right.
before
The
the
hour
hour.
before the hour. And Johnny, we got a couple of great guests on our show, right, on Wednesday at 7 p.m.
Yeah, we got Deneen Pagan who came to the drone meetup from New York. Deneen's really a great photographer. Of course, she's a drone pilot also, and she had a blast hanging out. We had a blast, and Tammy Jean's gonna be on. I hadn't was able to talk to Tammy Jean. I know with Max's grandfather passing away, we'll find out. But I hope she still can be on. But of course, we want to make it whatever. I'll get with Tammy in a little while. But yeah, that'd be fun Wednesday night. I'd love to get their perspective from. I know we had a ton of guys there, but hey, it's great to see that. And then that Melanie who won the Mini 2 was there, Ray, and so we had a few female pilots there.
I know there were quite a few actually, and it was nice to see that.
Yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
I try to promote getting children involved with drones as much as I can. But I enjoy getting the females to fly with us guys. You know what I mean? And that was great that they came. Really.
Yeah. I mean, hey, we were out there Sunday, Ray. I don't know if Dennis was, but Tammy Jean was tracking Max with that the plane he was flying, and I'll tell you what, she could fly that FPV drone.
I missed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she sure can. She was chasing Max's plane. I'm telling you, I was so impressed with that.
Yeah,
I was.
and Deneen was flying out at the meetup. So yeah, I tell you, hey, they can fly. So it was fun, and it was fun meeting. It's the first time I ever met Tammy Jean. Of course, I think Maddie and y'all had flown before, Ray. So yeah.
I know. And Al's got to leave. Good night, Al. Thanks for popping in.
I know.
And JC says he has a book coming out. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could turn the South Florida Drone Meetup into a movie. We could do like maybe they could do like a little insider. But yeah, I tell you, the South Florida Drone Meetup was a great event, and of course, we were all three of us was a spin up, and that was fun, and
yeah,
and it was I know I say it all the time. If you think about going and you're kind of reluctant, don't be. Because everybody is your friend and everybody is, it was just better than I know last year when I went, like my daughters, and I took my granddaughter, and, both my daughters like, where are you going? You don't know none of those guys. And, you know, you don't really know where you're going. And I really didn't, you know, but hey, when I got there, I felt just like I'd been to a family reunion, actually, you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I know. You know, I invited a newcomer, Ken Nida. He was new to drones. He's the only guy that I know got a Part 107, and he hadn't even bought a drone yet.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
but he came. Him and his wife came, and I really wanted to spend time teaching him a little bit how to fly, and I didn't have the time. But Ken and I got together the following week, and we flew at the secret spot. So it was good to get him up in the air, and he was for a newbie, he can fly. Let me tell you, really.
Well, you know what? I think, you know, just YouTube, you know, just watching, you know, you can do anything on YouTube. If, you know, I'm sure we've all watched a YouTube video to repair something or fix something. And, you know, it's the same way with learning to fly. I mean, yeah, it's not actual sticks in your hands, but I tell you what, you definitely can learn.
Yeah. I learned how
know.
to tie a bow tie on YouTube.
Oh, really?
I did.
Oh, okay.
I can tie a tie, but I can't tie a bow tie, Dennis.
Yeah.
And Al Duranify's in the house. How you doing, Al?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I can do it with my eyes closed, but yeah, for a long time I had.
Don't they come already? Don't they come already tied when you buy them?
You can buy those, but that's cheating.
Yeah, I tell you, we got a great crowd in the house tonight. You know,
Yes.
really. You know, and it's hard to keep up with the chat, Johnny. I see what you go through. You know, when you're trying to keep up with it. And I don't mean to bypass certain people's comments. It's just hard to keep up. Believe me.
I believe you.
I see Kai's in the house. I mean, I know Kai.
Hey,
I'm sorry,
Kai.
Chris Waters was talking about Kai. Yeah, and we're gonna have Chris Waters next, not this Wednesday, but 2 weeks. We'll have Chris Waters and John Coopy on the Fly for Fun. So I'm excited to get Chris. Acts like he's shy, but he's not that shy.
I love Chris. He's a great guy, and needless to say, he's an FPV guy. You know.
Yeah, hey Ray. You know, I was talking
sense of humor.
Yeah. I was talking to DeMarco this morning, you know, and, you know, I'm trying to talk him into getting that Mini 3, you know, but he said he would finance mine at 18% interest, though he wanted.
Oh, 18%.
18%. Yeah. Well, you know, I don't know what kind of friend that is, but, you know.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, the Mini 3 is going to be an interesting drone. I really think it's going to be a great
drone. I tell you what, I'm not into those rumors and stuff, but I really, really like the pictures of that. It looks completely different design from all
it does.
Previous. And I like that.
When you first see it, you're kind of thinking it's ugly, but then you kind of like, well, it's pretty cool. So
no, I never did. I see it as a big insect with big eyes out front and so on. I don't know. I'm not going to buy it. Don't get me wrong, but I do. I applaud a change in design. You know, it's like every car out there looks like an orthopedic shoe now, right? They all look alike, right? So it's nice to see that in a technical arena.
Yeah,
well, that drone, you know,
still exists.
You know, like Marcus always says, they're gonna, you know, when the specs come out, it'll be something that I know we all thinking what we might want on it, but it'll be something on there that we didn't think of, and you know, it'd be something simple like, hey, why didn't I think of that? But yeah. I don't know what'll be different. You know, I'm sure it'll have obstacle avoidance, of course, and you know, but maybe some kind of tracking features. But hey, you know what? It'll be fun.
It's just so exciting when a new drone comes out. You get excited, you know. At least I do.
Yeah, JSK Enterprises mentioned that remote control. I have to agree that remote control looks really interesting. I'd like to know more.
Yeah, I'd like to. I don't know if that's just something, you know, with the. I don't know if it's a full feature or is it just a little screen that'll, you know, show you to. I don't know. You know, I don't think it's some kind of smart type controller, but. We'll see.
I think Ed's making this comment because he's the king of FPV. How you doing, Ed? And there's Ken Nida. How you doing? I was just talking about you. Yeah, you had a great flight with me. We enjoyed ourselves there. But you know, guys, the hour goes by so quick. It really does. And I don't like to go into Robbie's time and Al's time. And as much as I hate to say we got to say our goodbyes, we really do, you know. So I gotta say, we gotta say our goodbye. And I'm gonna let Johnny. You can say your goodbyes and whatever you want to promote. You
Oh,
go
I
first.
just want to thank hey, thank you for having me on. I was kind of I'm glad. I always try to watch, and yeah, it's a fun show. It's fun being on. But yeah, hey, get out there, guys, and fly. The time of year, the weather's right, so hey, get out there and fly. And I know we're all excited about new drones, but hey, there's always drones coming out, so don't try to keep up, and you don't have to buy the Mini 3 just because everybody else is getting it. Hey, fly what you have and enjoy what you got.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Johnny. Thank you for coming on. Last minute invitation. Appreciate it. And Dennis, what about you? What would you like to say?
Well, for me also, thank you very much for having me on. I always enjoy being here, so thank you for that. And yeah, basically the same thing about flying. You get out there and have fun with your drone. This is, in fact, probably peak time all around the world, even the southern hemisphere going into winter. This is still a good time for flying. It's not too hot, not too cold. Coming
Right.
up warmer up here, coming up on colder down there, but right now we're at the median. So yeah, get out and do something. Have fun with it.
Exactly. And thank you for being on too, Dennis. Appreciate it. I enjoy your live stream so much. You really don't know. And thank you all in the chat, for tuning in tonight. It really means a lot to all of us that put on live streams. It means so much as you come in and you watch. And thank you all. I think we got it all covered. You guys were great guests. Really. And I'm not just saying it because you're on the show. I really mean it.
Last minute guests pay more, than
Yeah,
scheduled
I
guests.
know. Yeah. The check will be in the mail, Johnny.
Hazard duty.
Just keep checking that mailbox.
like that.
See, Dennis, I get a bigger check because I was like scheduled.
But anyway, listen, everybody, have a good night. Get out there, fly for fun, fly safely, and we'll see you again next week. All right. And don't
Sounds
forget
great.
to watch the
Thanks
World
again.
Drone Community right now, and then Drone Nation at 9, right? 9 o'clock, right? Drone Nation.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's a great night. And get Johnny's live stream guide, and you'll know exactly when everybody's on. So everybody, have a good night. All right. Thank you for
Thank you,
tuning
mate.
in.
Good night. Thanks again. Bye-bye.